Some days we have a couples panel. But some of my favorite days are the days when we have a you panel. This is when I get some of the audience. I want to hear what the audience has to say. I'm always behind in the tabloids. I don't buy them, but sometimes I'll hear about something, and I was in the car on the way to lunch, and someone said that Tom and Katie broke up, and we kind of couldn't stop talking about it at lunch.
I think a lot of people aren't giving her credit for the fact that like she's really been all about Surrey through this whole entire thing. Props to Katie for like really making Surrey, you know, #1 priority.
Yeah. Do you think religion played a part of it?
He was into that when they met.
And I've heard she was in the beginning so gung-ho about Scientology, so it would be definitely interesting. Like, is she still pro it? Is she still anti it? Because that's going to be a huge
could it have been something just
factor.
for publicity, just to say that she loves what he loves because he's Tom Cruise? I think it's, although she has her daughter #1 in mind, I'm not denying that, but I think maybe she's thinking, okay, I'm #1 now. He's been in the limelight, but now it's my turn.
Maybe they're just two people that got married and are now getting a divorce.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
it's
we
just
brought
because
into
it's
it because
the media.
of the media and us following them. We follow literally the moves that we could follow.
We're sick. Just
Exactly.
So you know.
We're so fascinated.
Exactly.
All right, so the next topic, there is a new book called 6 Weeks to OMG, Get Skinnier Than All Your Friends. Why will women do anything to be thin? I mean, sacrifice their health, their mental health, anything.
I think it's perception a lot of the time, you know? Like, we're always seeing, you know, this is the best diet, and this is the best way to look, and here's, you know, how to perfect yourself.
How many diets have you done?
Oh. Girlfriend, come on.
Right? 100 diets.
A lot.
This guy's telling people that you should drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning don't eat breakfast. I would be orbiting
shooting through the roof.
and take a cold bath.
No.
Take a cold bath, shock your system. By the way, if I did a diet and I said the unhealthiest way to lose 50 pounds in 4 days, everyone would buy it. I think this stuff is irresponsible. It does bother me. I want to thank the ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Very appreciated. Thank you, Marissa. Thank you, Marissa. My next guest is a woman who I met years ago through the entertainment industry, actually. I was invited to a party, and we had a long conversation about everything from weight loss to men to the business. Come on out, Lisa. Tell me, how did you lose the weight? What did you do?
Well, the most random thing happened. When I was taping The Celebrity Apprentice, Jimmy, my husband, ran into Albert Manzo, who had a lap band from the New Jersey Housewives.
So lap band is the thing that everybody has done?
Right, but
okay.
you know, sadly, so we went to their doctor, Dr. Amit Trivedi, his name is, nice Indian guy, and I always trust an Indian doctor.
Okay.
So we went in, and he looked at Jimmy, my husband, and I, who were both overweight, and he said, look, how many 70-year-olds do you see alive at your weight? And it hit both of us. As of yesterday, in 10 weeks, I lost 52 pounds.
Congratulations.
The real, most humorous low point is the fact that I had wanted to get healthy for a while. And I bought a house at Canyon Ranch Health Spa, which is like the healthiest place on earth.
Right.
And I gained weight there. You know you are a fat biatch when you can gain weight at Canyon Ranch. Well, you know what? I like to eat.
Because you ate more of the fat-free stuff.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for sharing, by the way.
Of course, I love you.
Now on to other, way more important topics than your drastic weight loss. What are you thinking about the Tom and Katie thing?
Oh my God, I am horrified. I have always been I've rooted for Tom and all 3 of his beards. I have been calling Scientology a religion is like calling the situation a celebrity, okay? Really?
There's a poll. My producer's holding up a board that says there's a poll. We talked about this earlier. The poll that says 94% of women are louder in bed than men.
Well, I am. I know that.
But you're louder in life.
I just said yes, that's very true.
How about this? 110% of women are louder in life than men. We're louder.
Let me tell you why I'm louder in bed. To show off. To show these Yenta neighbors of mine that I'm getting some and they aren't. That's why I'm louder in bed. Oh, yes.
You have to say goodbye.
I
It's
love
over.
you.
I don't want it to be over.
By the way, so happy for her. How great is she?
I'm really excited about my next guest. She is Clint Eastwood's daughter. Her boyfriend is a very controversial artist and a photographer, and they are on a television show called Mrs. Eastwood and Company. All right, come on out, Francesca and Tyler. So I want to talk about those provocative photos. So you were receiving death threats because of photos that Tyler took.
Yes.
That you weren't. Were you in the photos?
My hands were in the photos. Really just my hands were in the photos.
Your hands.
I was a model in the shoot.
That bag is $100,000 a Birkin bag.
Yeah.
So first of all, they're hard to get. It takes over like 18 months. I bought some on eBay before, and how did you get it?
It took me 4 months to get it, and
You bought it with the purpose of doing this?
yeah,
You paid $100,000 for it? Where did you get $100,000 to buy just a bag?
I sold a photo and then I bought.
Okay, so you bought the bag with the intention of sawing it and burning it, and people flipped out. And people sent you death threats saying what, like you're burning money? Like, how dare, what were they saying?
People, when the news broke, it was twisted more into Clint Eastwood's daughter has money to burn and burns her bag, and it was a big FU to the world.
I think that was
and
what
stuff
I
like
read. That is what it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
and when really it wasn't
like,
my bag,
"It's my crazy
it wasn't
boyfriend."
my money. I mean, I would never set my Birkin on fire. Like, I would die, you know?
This is part of a series that I was doing where it was taking the kind of most high-end items in the world, and like we sawed a pair of Louboutins in half.
And that's a very interesting story. I really do. I like it. All right, well, I want to see some more of your art. Thank you so much for coming. What's in the bowl is would you ever? This is when we talk about kind of, it's not like truth or dare, but kind of like would you ever? So let's do it. Who's in? Would you ever play down your intelligence to get a date with a guy?
What kind of guy?
Channing Tatum. It's all roads lead to Channing Tatum on the show.
Sure.
You would?
And then he'll get to know me and realize, oh my God, this girl's fantastic and smart.
Really?
Why
I
not?
say this because I was out with I think this got in this bowl because I was out with a woman and she said that she had asked her friend, this guy was a good-looking guy and he was a wealthy guy, successful, smart, and she said, I want you to introduce me to some of your friends, and he said, well, you're gonna have to act blonde.
Ooh.
No
Okay,
offense.
that's different. That's different.
No offense, sister. I just mean, he said you're gonna have to act like not intelligent. Just act a little. He said that guys don't really want women to say, this is what I do, this is what I am, this is how I feel. Want them to be a little, you know, like that.
Okay, now when you get more descriptive, no.
No?
No.
I would just act quiet and sleep with him and then act smart. Would you ever let your partner watch porn while having sex?
She's my stepmother. Do I have to answer?
Is she allowed? How old are you?
Hold your ears.
How old are you?
33.
You
and I
can
have a
answer.
baby
You're
at
allowed.
Bronze
She
age.
gets it.
Yes.
Yes.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to be open to it, and especially when you have a career and you're a working woman, sometimes you need to do some things to spice things up.
I think so too. Have you done that? Or no, you just would? She's not listening. She's not even paying attention.
Yeah. Yes, but oh my God.
She's not even
yes. It's gonna be on TV.
Yes, it is going to be on TV. It's good. Women need to spice things up. Oh my God, I hate when it's over. All right, I got a whole bowl of questions. I don't have to wait till next time. All right, thank you to all my guests. See you next time.